Hello again everyone, welcome back. Today we are featuring another replay from another player, this time by Jason T to Famous in the KV-1. Jason T is actually about to have a pretty solid battle here. He's actually going to tie the record for the most kills since the last major update in World of Tanks, at least of all the replays that have been uploaded to the WoT Replays website, and of course excluding Frontlines. So Jason T is in the KV-1. The KV-1 is a vehicle that I probably don't have to tell you guys too much about. It's a vehicle that's been in the game for a very long time. Maybe even since the beginning, although I'm sure it's changed a few times here and there. I know that whole KV line has been restructured several times, but I can't remember exactly how it is. That's a long time to go back in the old memory bank, especially since I wasn't going down this Russian line at the time. But if you want a pretty stereotypical heavy tank with good armor and a good gun, this is probably a very good vehicle to look at. Let's leave it at that. So today, Jason C is lucky enough to be in a Tier 4 battle in his Tier 6 KV-1. I mean, what more can you ask for right there? He is, I'm sure, going to make the most of it. We know he's going to make the most of it because he's going to pick up a lot of kills. I won't tell you exactly how many yet, but it'll be a healthy number. This replay, just like the one in the 452K assembly shop vehicle the other day, I have not actually seen the full replay. I've just seen the after battle report, so I know what JC is going to accomplish, but I have no idea how he's going to do that. I didn't even know which way he was going to go here. It's a mystery, and I think that adds a little bit of excitement to me. I think it adds a little bit of, what do you call it, I guess authenticity to the video, but I mean, that's not really the word I'm looking for, but we'll go with it anyway. So rolling up here on the hill, this is one of my favorite places to go, especially when I'm in a medium tank. I like to be able to shoot anybody that's crossing that path to the right of JC there, right off the beginning. But being in a KV-1, he's probably a little bit late to the party for that. So now he's just going to hold this ridge line and probably just wait and see what happens. I wouldn't be completely opposed to doing that myself. Here comes, what is this? KV, oh yeah, who makes the mistake of firstly poking himself out and secondly allowing himself to stay there permatracked. I wonder if he doesn't have a repair kit or if he's already used it. Either way, it's game over for him. He can go back to the garage now. The KV-1SA has ended his time in this battle. Who do we think JC's next victim is going to be? We know there's numerous numbers. Is he going to go left with that Rudy? Or is he going to go to the right and stay safe? I think going to the right would be a little bit more of a safe thing to do. There is opportunity there because there's not a whole lot for allied support on this corner. And maybe we can catch somebody out looking towards that Rudy. Oh, and absolutely. First shot to the Chi-2. The Chi-2 is not also really paying attention, or else he's just accepted his death. I'm not real sure about that. The Churchill makes a bit of a mistake, poking his front out. He should be side-scraping in that thing, but now it's too late to make those kind of decisions again, because his turret is now going to be Jason T's priority target. That is, unless the butt of a Panzer IV makes itself available. The Churchill is having a hard time with Jason C's armor, but oh, look at that. The T-34 must have been thinking he was going to be sneaky, but instead gets caught out by one of Jason C's allies, ending his battle very quickly as well. Jason C is already up to 3 kills. When did the second 2 happen? I'm too busy talking to even see when this is the case. Jason C is only another 2 shots away from finishing off this Churchill. Looks like it's a winning battle, although as I say that, artillery hits him, luckily enough for 23 damage, but he does take a big hit from the Churchill. He's now down to a little over a third of his hit points remaining after having picked up his 4th kill. So we have still a long ways to go here and not that many hit points remaining. Jason C can't afford to do another exchange to another vehicle like he just did with that Churchill. Now looks like he's going to push up here. Maybe he can pick off a couple tanks here that are low on hit points, especially this Type 64. Yep, there goes him. There's his 5th kill now. Can we get number 6? That Panzer V would be a nice little kill to get because he's on his last few hit points. Instead, we're going for the M4A1 Stewart, which makes absolute sense because he's the next victim that has shown himself. Taking a hit from the Ho Ni as Jason T gets his 6th kill of the game so far, so he's already gotten a Top Gun. Now, I'm very curious to see what he's going to do next. If he pushes down and tries to get those guys that are on the cap circle, then he's going to be taking a bit of a risk here. I guess he's felt that Ho Ni has pulled back enough that it's no longer a big risk. And these guys down here aren't really a huge risk because they don't have massive alpha or penetration, but this Stug is rushing him real hard now. Luckily, looks like he's got the advantage on the reload time there and manages to finish him off after a maybe poor ram by the Stug as well. Now, if I were Jason C in this position, I'd be a little bit concerned that those light tanks down there might be able to outspot him. Although that M5A1 Stuart looks like it's going hunting for artillery. That's a rather interesting decision. I mean, the enemy team does still have an advantage in numbers, so perhaps that's what he's thinking. And, oh, maybe the M5 also knew that he might have some support from this M4, although the M4 is a really long ways away and probably won't be a very effective teammate. I'm going to assume here that Jason C was just spotted by the M8A1 down in the cap circle somewhere. There's lots of bushes down there. Although, oh, that M4A1 has noticed him and is putting some shots into him as well. That could have very easily ended his game right there, with those couple of shots that have just barely missed him or bounced off of him. That's a little bit scary. Being down here is probably not a place that I would spend a whole lot of time, being in the open and having tanks that can see you when you can't see them. When you're at such low hit points, it really is a risk. It looks like Jason C might be thinking that same thing, as he is backing out of there. He is thinking, I need to go around, find a different plan, but also somebody needs to reset that cap in the near future, although there is almost 3 minutes as well before that's actually captured. So he does have some time. Can Jason C get... I'm sorry, I keep mispronouncing his name. Can Jason T... I'm sorry, it's not a common name around here. It's not one I've ever said in my life before, so forgive me. I really do like his plan here to get around and get a different view of this cap circle. I'm kind of surprised that, even though he's a heavy tank, that he's not spotting that M8A1 down here. Oh, until the M8A1 makes the mistake of firing a shell. I am surprised that he was on the right side of this rock, given that Jason T was on that side just a minute ago. I would have avoided that one like the plague. But regardless, I think in the end that M8A1 had his time limited there, and there wasn't really any way to successfully capture that base before meeting his end. Jason T is now off to hunt his 9th victim. He has 8 kills so far, up to 2,500 damage. Not too shabby at all damage-wise alone for a tier 6 vehicle. That's already getting to be impressive on its own. Evaluating the minimap here, it looks like there aren't going to be any enemy vehicles nearby. He's probably going to have to go hunting into the base, which is risky. Oh, hello there. How are you doing, South 40? Fancy seeing you here. Oh, now you've missed a shot, and you've got that massive weak spot on top of your tank. That has got to be a detriment. That is not looking like an ideal situation whatsoever. And just like that, the sounds like, get me out of here. I can't fight this KV-1. He's wrecking me. Probably by the time he gets over the hill far to put his gun down onto Jason T, he's probably already going to be shot by Jason T. This is not a fight he's going to win, although it looks like he's trying to make a hold. Jason T just misses that weak spot on top of the vehicle. And man, this is not looking good for this South 40 at all. I would not want to be him versus Jason C right now. Personally, myself, I have no idea what that South 40's reload time is or how much damage his gun can do. Maybe, perhaps Jason T knows a little bit more than I do, but I'm not sure if he can actually finish off this KV-1 with one shot, if Jason C should be afraid of him at all. But someone he should be afraid of is that artillery and that Ho-Ni shooting him from the back. So now, for sure, regardless of how much alpha damage that South 40 can do, Jason T is most certainly a one-shot kill, being down to almost no hit points now. If I were him, I would not want to be spotted in the open anywhere near where artillery can hit me. I'm once again very curious to see what he's going to do here. I think poking back up would be a terrible idea, and it looks like he knows that. He looks like he might be going to try to get a different angle again, which would absolutely make sense. And someone is capturing that base again. Must be the M5A1 Stuart. Maybe he's going to make his way over there. Doesn't look like it, although it looks like this T1 Heavy is going to do exactly what he did earlier and try to spot and shoot whatever is capturing. Jason T is very, very concerned about that South 40 being over there, being ready to return fire if he does make himself seen. There he is. He's getting spotted through that dead enemy KV-1. And I'm wondering if that AMX-13 artillery can hit Jason T here. That's kind of concerning. Somebody fired a shot. Oh, the artillery definitely feels like he could have hit him here, and that would have ended his match right there. There's also the extra issue that if he pushes down this hill here while he's still spotted, that M5A1 that is presumably in the cap circle here might be able to get a shot at him. We'll have to rely on the armor a little bit. He's thinking that he's still hiding in that same place in the corner as one of the last victims were. He is spotted. That might make sense. I wonder if he's going to take a blind shot into that bush. I would consider taking the blind shot. I mean, you're already spotted. What have you got to lose? Artillery sounds like it's shooting at the T1 Heavy. What's the plan here? No blind shot, I guess? Looks like that South 40 is more on his mind. The reload time of that artillery piece isn't very long, so if he wants to get up this hill and try to get rid of that South 40 before the artillery reloads, then he is probably already out of time for that. Oh, there's the artillery there getting spotted. Okay, maybe now he can go around this far corner over here and finish off that artillery. He might be getting close enough that he might have the view range if he can achieve line of sight. I wonder, is he going to push right down this hill and try to get the flank on the South 40? Ooh, that might actually be a plan that would work. As long as that WoT has it pushed up into a different location, then it might actually work out very, very nicely. Looks like that's exactly what he's doing. He's going for the South 40 flank. I think these are great ideas that he's doing. Is he going to get spotted by the guy in base, though? Oh, there's artillery run down towards the cap circle. I didn't expect that. I thought artillery was just getting a better position to get some shots in somewhere. But, and we can see the WoT approaching now as well, because the T6 medium on our team is getting close enough to spot him. Hopefully he'll keep the WoT distracted as he finishes off the South 40. That's 10 kills now. 10 kills. How many battles have you had with 10 kills? I think I've only had 1 or 2 ever in my entire time playing this game since 2011. I'm trying to get into Jason T's head and think like he's thinking. He looks like he doesn't want to push that cap circle, which is understandable with that WoT there. Looks like he might be turning around thinking that maybe he can go face him and get him out of this game in time. He has 1 minute left before the base is captured. And to be completely honest with you guys, even though I did see the after battle report, I don't remember. I didn't notice if this is a win or a loss. So I'm as unsure about this as you are, and this battle could still go either way. It all comes down to this WoT, to be honest. If this WoT can hold off everybody long enough or manage to kill 1 or 2 of them, then it's going to be game over. And this WoT is pulling Jason T down and making him push towards him, which might give whatever is on that cat, well, obviously the M5A1 Stuart, the chance to shoot him in the side and really make a game-changing kill. But Jason T wants his 11th and 12th kills really, really badly. I'm not sure if he's going to get them. You can see him looking over at that cap, being a little bit paranoid about it. Oh, the WoT fired his gun there? That's going to give opportunity for him to put a shot in. And here comes the rush. Misses the shot again. Oh, what a misplay by that WoT. Big time. That could have been game-changing if he had placed those 2 shots into Jason T and his teammate. Then that would be the end. And that T6 medium just got in there and saved the game. Look at that capture. Just canceled that capture. Blocked that capture with seconds remaining. There's no way that Jason T would have been able to spot that enemy M5A1 Stuart in time and save that game on his own. That M6 medium just with the save because the base was so close to being captured. My goodness. So there's 12 kills for Jason T as well. Managed to steal the last one from his teammate a little bit, which I am perfectly okay with. Jason T, that was a very good game you just played there. You completely deserved those 12 kills and that over 3,000 damage you just achieved there. That's as much damage as I did in that last Barask replay that I featured on my channel. You really did make some great tactical decisions and really showed off your map and situational awareness. That's it for today, guys. I'll see you in the next one.